Here's Brody Brazil.
Evander Kane played his very first AHL game today, not only in this stint with the Barracuda, but literally his very first AHL game ever. There's a lot to dissect, I think, from this experience, and I think a lot of ways to, consider what we're about to watch with him. I took some notes on this earlier, and I'm really trying to, figure out how to evaluate these next couple weeks, months, whatever it is that he's a part of the San Jose Barracuda. First thing I'm thinking about with Evander Kane, like every time he takes the ice at the AHL level, it's only been once as I make this video, but he led the Barracuda in shots. He took 5 of the team's 28 shots in his very first game. It was a -1, but again, like you have a feeling he's always going to be holding the puck or around it or making plays or scoring goals. Like, the AHL is a league where players could probably play in the NHL, but they're down in the American League for, one or multiple reasons. In the case of Evander, like there's no reason, on the ice, his play on the ice dictates zero reason that he should be there. And I think, what you're probably going to see is a guy, tally 10 goals really fast, like maybe in 10 games, maybe in 7 games, maybe even 12, 15 games. But I think it's going to happen really fast for Evander Kane once he gets his legs under him, once he gets his timing back. He hasn't played hockey since the end of last regular season. Didn't have a training camp with the team, said he'd been skating, but can you really feel right unless you've been around the team atmosphere, unless you've been playing games? I think the answer is no. So to me, point number 1, it's going to be super obvious, super quick, how much he's just going to dominate through this league. Now, I think in his case and for his sake, he's going to want to just keep performing as best as possible. He's got to take this seriously, right? You do anything less than that, and I don't think it helps anybody's case or cause, the Sharks, his, or any other team that's looking to acquire him via a trade. Now, the second thing about this, if he is going to be traded, and that's what a lot of people presume is the case, that the Sharks don't really have a path for him to return to Team Teal, they said that there were 5 or 6 different NHL scouts watching him play today at SAP Center. By the way, I don't know if I said this, but the CUDA lost 5-1 to Abbotsford. But you'd have to think that if you are an NHL team and you are remotely interested in Evander Kane right now, even if that's on your mind and your brain, why would you want to make a transaction for him right now? Because if you acquire him tomorrow, he has still not got himself into game timing, game shape. He's not game ready, NHL game ready, I don't think, right now. I don't know that anybody would want to put him in that situation, okay? So to me, it's already been asked, well, what about teams trading for him? Why hasn't that happened? Well, to me, I don't think you're going to start even really seeing that process until he's past a certain point, until teams would say, okay, he's played enough games, we've seen enough. If they're interested, that would more be the timing of something to happen. Just my school of thought on this. And I also think, lastly here, it's interesting, what should we be watching for with Evander and the Barracuda? Should we be watching for production? Should we be watching for body language in these games? Is he just, is he coming to play and doing all the right things and just wants to win somebody over? I guess that's all you really can do. So I don't necessarily know the answer of what we should be looking for, but I think, staying on the positive in terms of the stats and what comes out of, teammates, I think if you can do all that, then his path to the NHL, probably is in the cards somewhere sooner than later. I don't plan to make this an everyday topic and conversation. I did want to bring it up, while he's now debuted with the Barracuda. And again, a player who has never, before today, never played a single minor league game. He was never in the minor leagues. He doesn't know what this is all about. It's not NHL travel. It's not NHL accommodations. It's not NHL access or resources. So in a way, this is going to be difficult in a way because it's new to him and it's not what he is accustomed to. I also want to throw that into the equation and kind of balance that out to his favor. I mean, it's very true. This is going to be a different experience for him. But like I said, the main point and the main takeaway, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up to 10 goals like really fast. As for an overall timeline, I don't even want to speculate on that. But I feel like here we are 11 days into December as I do this video. You know, are we talking a couple more weeks until something happens? Possibly. Is it 2 months until something happens? I honestly couldn't tell you right now.